Hi, Doug Rushkoff here. Yeah, it's an interesting question. Where do things like IndieGoGo and Kickstarter bring us? In other words, what is the future of crowdfunding of this sort? I think the impact of these kinds of technologies is still being underestimated. Just as the internet and computers have allowed people to start companies without venture capital, right? All you need is a laptop and a couple of smart kids, and you can make a business, right? You don't need hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars from venture capitalists in order to build a business, and that's had a corresponding effect on Wall Street, right? Because no one needs their money in order to build out a business anymore. The IndieGoGo model of crowdfunding ends up reducing artists and entrepreneurs' dependence on capital or on concentrated capital in order to deploy whatever it is they're doing, right? Really what we're looking at, as I see it, is the compression of time, right? And less of a need to compress time in order to make something happen. Right? So if I want to write a book, traditionally what I do is I go and find a corporation that has some relationship with a bank, Random House or Bantam or any of these big corporations which are basically sitting on a bunch of money, and I say, give me that money, that stored energy, stored time, so that I can now spend a year and not earn money, right? So I can spend a year writing my book. And that's, forced me and any other creative person, to go to some kind of a gatekeeper and present a product that they're going to speculate on, that they think they can make money on by extracting money later when it actually happens. Now, when I can instead go to my potential customers and I can say, all right, this is the book I want to write, just pay me now in advance and then I'll give you the book when I'm done, it kind of changes everything, doesn't it? Now I'm not looking for a piece of stored capital from a company, but I'm really going out kind of, instead of to that hard drive, I'm going out into the RAM of money and asking for little bits from the world. What happens then is that while on one hand I no longer need the big bank, the big corporation in order to make the thing happen, they no longer have a right to extract value between me and the person who's reading my book, right? So what I see is, the deflation of corporate capitalism. What I'm seeing in this, in terms of the what's next, is a much more immediate, if you will, real-time form of service and commerce that no longer depends on this kind of artificial compression and expansion of time through capital and through banking, but instead just lets us create really in real time for the audiences and the consumers, I guess, that we want to. This is going to be a slow but serious drag on what we've thought of as investment capital, and on banking in general, and on really the last leg that corporatists have to stand on in terms of their argument that they create value. Because now they no longer even create value through speculation. We can do that ourselves. So it's going to become increasingly difficult for them to justify their existence. And that, to me, is an exciting thing.